How's it going? Welcome back, Southern Outtake. We're going to do another cooking video tonight. We're going to use some deer tenderloin. When I processed this deer back last year, it went through a tenderizer. I've got it tenderized. You can check this out. I got it tenderized and everything. So it's going to be really tender when we're eating it. We're going to do a deep fry on it. We're going to use the fry daddy and got it full of our grease and everything. What we're going to start out with is on this we're going to use 4 eggs for a mixture. We're going to use 4 eggs. We're going to use just a little bit of the lemon juice in measurements, probably 2 tablespoons. You're just going to squirt a little bit of that in there, like that. And then we're going to use some of our apple flavored Evan Williams is what I like using. You can use any kind you prefer. We're going to take this and we're going to add us just a little bit. One, 2 teaspoons. Okay, mix this up real good. Mix it in, you see your yolk almost go away. This right here is the way we do it down here in Mississippi. This is a 3-step process, you might as well say. It's 1, 2, and then 3. Right here on our batter mix, I use 2 to 3 tablespoons of lemon pepper. I add it with it. I use the Zatarain's chicken fried mix, southern buttermilk. That's what I have in here. That's going to be my mixture. I've mixed my lemon pepper seasoning up in there with it. Like that. I'm letting my grease come up to temp. I've had it on warm. I set it on 350. I'm going to start out with 350 degrees. Your deer meat and stuff like that, its cook temperature is from 165 up. Never cook it under 165. So I got it set. My fry daddy, I got it set at 350. I've had it on 200. But I won't, as soon as I do my mixture, I can drop it into it and it goes to frying it right away. It's going to give me that real crispy texture that I'm looking for. To check it, take just a little bit of a mixture. We can go to put it in there like that right there, and when it simmers up to the top, that means it's getting close to temperature. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start and we're going to batter these things up. Give it one more final stir. I want to have that real yellow look to it, everything mixed in with it. Give it a little smell. Yep, that's about right. I don't want the whiskey to overpower it. I just want it to have that little bit of a taste to it. I really like the way that it tastes. And with the lemon juice. Take some of our meat, lie it in there. Take your spoon, give it a good soak. That way it gets down in the cuts and everything that it was when it was tenderized, the cuts that the tenderizer makes in it. It's going to let it seep down in there. Soak in pretty good. Take our spoon out of this. We're going to grab it up. Drip off a little bit. Lay it in our mix. It's about ripping apart. It's so tender. It's going to be good. Lay it on top of our thing. I may have to move my pieces around and about over here in my flour and get them laid in there pretty good. Wipe my hands off a little bit. We're going to go ahead and stir these into it and get them covered up. Get them down there in the bottom. Get us some flour on top of them so that way we can do a mixture of what we actually put in our bowl, so that way that's how much we can take out and get to frying. There we go. Cover all this up real good. And if you want to, you can give her a little shake like that right there. Get all that flour, that mix, down in there, every place that it's gonna stick. Start to pull them out. Make sure she's good and battered up real good like that right there. Bring it over to your pot. Lay them down in there. It's gonna be a good deal. We got them good and warm. My fried Eddie's coming up to temperature. I can hear it. Got a good sizzle to it. Now on something like this, normally when you do the fish in them or something like that, they'll kind of float to the top. These right here, it's not going to actually float to the top. Some of your bigger pieces, chunks like that, just kind of pull them apart, so that way they will. Give that a good stir, that way they get to floating around real good. Set off my fingers. $350 on the setting is going to be just right. I might bump it back down to around 325, seeing that the way that it's doing kind of lift. Give them a good shake. I'm starting to see them come to the top a little bit. I like mine not really a golden brown, maybe just a little bit darker. Get me a plate to put them on. set us a plate out here. If you look at it real good, you'll see some, you know, like some browner stuff that's come up. And what that is, that's your blood cooking out of your meat. That's what you want to see. So that way it won't be bloody when you try to eat it. So around 325, 350, that's perfect on one of these fries. When you're doing it like this, you want that to come up just like that. Steadily lift your pot. Keep a check on them. And all that stuff to cook out of them real good. I already got a couple pieces floating up to the top. I'm gonna say roughly, you keep them in there probably around anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes, and then be your judge after that. You most definitely want them coming to the top, and depending on what your crust and everything looks like, if you like a lighter, you know, golden colored crust, then that's fine. If you like a darker brown colored crust, then you want to leave them in there just a little bit longer. I ended up putting 5 or 6 pieces in there. Look them up and count them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6 pieces. So I'm looking for 6 pieces to be floating to the top pretty good. Like they ain't got no weight to them, like they're weightless, because that's what's going to determine they're real done. Cooking in oil, vegetable oil like that. We'll get us a paper towel and lay them out. Put them over our plate, so that way once we take our tenderloin, put them under our plate, the paper towel is going to suck up all the oil. You won't be eating an oily piece of meat. They're getting close. Getting close to how I like them. If you like yours a light golden color, they're floating to the top, and you might end up having a question or ask, well, what if it's still pink? What if it's got a pink color to it? This is almost 100% lean meat that comes off of a deer. You can eat it raw if you want to. It will not harm you in no kind of way, form, or fashion that I have been led to believe. Over the years, I've been told that, and that's my opinion. I'll eat a piece of it raw and not think twice about it. The pinkish color to the inside, if you ever come up on that, it's over the 165, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You can pull it off and you can eat it just like it is. I got them where all of them floating to the top. They're a golden color. I'm going to use my hot spoon. I'm going to reach in there and I'm going to grab a piece, bring it to my paper towel, kind of let them simmer back down in my oil. Grab my multi-purpose knife. What I want to do is, I want to cut that piece in half, and I want to look, and you can see the color of it. It is done. That is a done piece. All these other ones in the same section are going to be the same way. You can pull them out, or you can dump them out. Me myself, I'll show you that I'll pick them out 350 degrees. Set that back down there like that. There's what we got, and we're going to repeat our process and do it again. But there's a piece. Seems like it's got a little bit of weight to it. We're just gonna pull it apart, put it down in there. 6 pieces sounds like a good number. So we're gonna turn around and batter 6 of them again. Take our spoon, tap it down. If y'all want to know, we having like a breakfast for supper tonight. I got some deer sausage over here that has been processed up. Got a mild seasoning to it. I got it in the sink thawing out. And we're gonna cut it up and you fry it just like you normally would any other sausage. So y'all might not get a glimpse of that, but if you do want to get a glimpse of it, comment down here in the comment section of this video. Brian, I want to see how you cook the sausage too. Well, I'll do it again. I'll show you how to cook the sausage. I don't do nothing special with the sausage. I just throw it in a pot, fry it up. But battering this tenderloin, minute steaks, you could do the same way. I like doing this to them because it gives it a real fine taste. Wait a minute on them 2 pieces and get them in one bowl. Stir it around. And lay some more on top of it. We got that going like that. Bring some of my toppings up here that got pushed to the bottom. Set our fryer back down in there. You want to give your fry daddy time also to come back up to temperature. Give it time to catch up. Don't overdo it with cold meat, because then you'll bring your grease temperature down. They won't fry as fast. Put a couple of these small pieces in there. Like the big ones too, you just gotta wait a little bit longer on the big ones. And give her a little shake in the grease. That way make sure it ain't sticking to the bottom. No sooner they go in, they're frying up. That's a good deal. Make sure I got all of them out of the bowl. Go ahead and do these last couple here. that good and covered up there. Kind of keep your eyes on them. And give it a little rack, a little stir, bring it up, give it a little shake. Drop them back down in there. Keep my biscuits on a low temp when I'm cooking everything like this, and then I'll end up bumping them up. That way it goes ahead and gets everything done at the same time. And I'll just have to fry my sausage up. Oh yeah, we got them going good. So, you've seen how we done it. Let it cool down a little bit. I tell you this, the taste is not disappointing. It's tender. I can taste a little bit of hint of the whiskey, the lemon. The eggs, that's just a contact. That's what keeps your batter stuck to your meat or your flour, anything like that. That's what makes it stick. Try this recipe out. If you like it, comment below. Let me know how good you like it. If you don't like it, comment below and tell me how bad you didn't like it. I like it. My kids is gonna like it. Appreciate y'all checking in with me. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the like button. Check us out on the next one.